Good morning, guys. Let me just put that up on the screen. For anyone who does make purchases through the web shop, just to let you know, I do have a creator code, Adrian Chong, no spaces, and that goes towards helping the channel out. I believe we get like 5% or so of purchases. So yeah, that goes towards creating new WarRobots content, whether it be giveaways, live streams, videos, guides, Dream Hangars. Okay, let me just switch on over to today's comment from our Gates. Is Gates in the chat? It doesn't look like it. Hi, Payne, Master, Alexi, Yura, Dagger, Spaceman. This is going to be a pretty challenging one, guys. I'm just looking at this hangar. I don't know if Gates is in the... Okay, so anyways, let me read this comment. Well, actually, let me explain what Dream Hangars is, because a lot of new viewers, they drop by and they're not sure what this whole Dream Hangars thing is. So basically, viewers submit their Dream Hangar. Now, it could be something that you're building towards, or it could be maybe like if you had to have a Dream Hangar, like this is what it would be. It could be a theme. Okay, so it could be any of those. And then you submit it, just like Gates has done. Just try to keep things simple. You can do like, for example, Typhon with Mace. He could have included, or he or she could have included like drones. And then what I do is I actually build it. I have a BR account. So the account that I'm going to use now belongs to Pixonic. Everything is maxed out. So what I do is I rebuild, whatever that bot or that Titan is. Everything is maxed out, and we actually test that hangar out. We test to see if it does well. Now, there's a very common like misunderstanding amongst like especially the newer players. They feel that if something is maxed out, you're going to automatically win, or you're just going to do well. That is actually very far from the truth. You might even have the right bots and the right weapons. If you don't have like the right pilot skills or the drone, your entire build could crumble. And if you don't have a really good hangar composition, you're going to lose a lot of games. So the goal of this whole series is I rebuild it. I run it for a couple of games. I analyze where the weaknesses are. And then I try to patch them up. Patch them up meaning like, maybe the weapons might change. Maybe the drone. I wouldn't recommend a particular drone. Or I might even recommend like certain things that you might need to add to your hangar in order for you to do better in whatever league you're in. Okay. When is the giveaway winners? I believe I said it was on Sunday, because we did the live stream on Sunday. Usually it's a week. Yeah, so... if you go to that live stream, it will actually mention, like I have a screen that tells you the date. Okay, so anyways, getting back to Gates's comment here. So it looks like we've got the Typhon, Ravana, Fafnir, Nether, Demeter, Luchador. Let's see, there's no mention of Mothership. Okay. We're gonna have to figure something out here. So I'm going to go through the hangar now. I'm going to make a couple of comments on like the composition and also what I'm going to expect, because I haven't run any games. So, what am I going to expect here from this hangar? Whether it's going to be disastrous or, yeah. Hey, Jason. Okay, so we've got the Typhon with Mace. I have the following... specialization. So we've got unstable conduit, nuclear amp, overdrive. Let's see. I have a showdown drone on here. I'm kind of debating. I was trying to figure out what to run on this. I mean, I could use something like a Shy or even a Seeker. I'm going to be using the Louis Duncan, not the River Chase. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea, but we will find out. Yeah, there's a lot of also tanks out there, so that's why I figured I'd use this pilot. This pilot actually makes a Typhon pretty, like, tanky. You wouldn't think, actually at first when I first ran it, I didn't think it would make much of a difference, but it does. You know more when you're fighting other tanks. Like if you compare the difference between that and River Chase, you will notice the difference. You have 2 of those. Which Typhon? Kestrel with Ghost. Yeah, oh, one thing to mention too. So you guys know that quite often I do run like Daredevil, you know, on the both on the Typhon and also the Fafnir. This time around, I'm actually going to be using Ghost because I'm running more of a close range weapon. So this is a case where, in this case, I would run Ghost so that I can catch up to my opponent. Because if they outrun me, then having Daredevil won't really help unless I have like mid-range weapons. And then we have here the Ravana with the mace. Okay, so I'm running this. Typically, I do run Last Stand, and I may still run, you know, Last Stand depending on how my games go. But I'm going to be using Immune Amplifier. Now, the main reason why is because, you know, the meta that we're in right now isn't as high damage as it was before because they toned the weapons down. That's kind of the reason why. So those are the skills here for the Honor Poe. Yesterday I released a video on the ultimate Ravana. So if you're interested in the ultimate Ravana with the ultimate cryos, you can check that out. We have the corrupted Fafnir with fainters. Okay, so that's what I'm running. Nuclear amp. Integrated. So this one here is for regular bots. It just says additional damage. It doesn't say to Titans, right? This one here is for Titans. This would actually work against the Atlas, but I would need them to charge up my absorber shield. Speaking of which, that's why I'm running the Prime. So this one here, you get a lockdown. Okay, and you get also more damage. So that's why I'm going to try this drone out. This is going to be weird because usually when I run the Fafnir, it's usually the Daredevil. So if I run that, then I can't fly. So I got to remember that I can actually fly now because I'm so used to running that other build, that other pilot skill. We have a Nether. I didn't even know when last I played with the Nether. With splinter weapons. Wait, these they change a range. Yeah, 600. What was the range before? Wasn't it more closer range? 600 is, so that's mid-range. Okay, so we've got robot accelerator. We've got overdrive. I'm gonna try the Scarabeus on here. And the reason why is because it has here, if they're affected by the EMP effect, and the Nether has an EMP. So we're going to get more durability, increase while the force field is active, more speed. We don't have physical shield. I think this does have a force field, right? I think it, does that count? I'm not sure. I think it might. Either way, we will benefit from the EMP. Okay, I'm wondering about that Adamant Guardian here. Maybe I might swap that out. Clever. Let's see what other skills we've got here. This is gonna be tough because this thing's gonna die so fast. So it's like, okay, maybe I should go for a shot grouping. Yeah, that might be a good one. So we're just gonna go through this hangar, and then I'm gonna give my opinion on what I actually think is gonna happen in the games before I play any. So it's more like a prediction. We have the Sheriff Demeter with Magwans. I like this one. This might be like my star performer here. Do you want to run? I might have to run Last Stand on this. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to use the Jerry Fortune on here. You could use the app meter. I'm just going to use a Jerry Fortune. This is more to output more damage. Okay, so it's kind of like a death mark if I teleport. And I like having this pilot, especially if I bring this out like late game when my team has Titans, because it can help them a lot. Okay, Luchador, Arbiter and Equalizer. Okay, so those are my skills. Let's see. So Gates actually didn't mention any mothership here. Huh. Okay. We could do Avalon or we could do Frederick. What do you guys think? You guys pick. Being that they aren't, I don't know if they are in chat. Are they in chat? You can cover more distance. Yeah, I know the super jump, but I remember I don't play the Nether, so I won't be able to pull that off. Also, I know some players use they use keybinds and stuff, which I obviously don't have set up. Avalon. Okay, let's go with Avalon. I was thinking I could do that, or even Thor. It's gonna also depend on what I run into. Like if I'm noticing I'm running into like a lot of if I'm running into a lot of Atlas, then I might actually go with Thor. Okay, now, before we get started, what am I expecting? Ooh, I'm going to run into... There's going to be losses here. 70%. I'm at that threshold. Okay, so first of all, usually what I do is when I look at any hangar, the absolute first thing I do is how much range do they have, because quite often the players that struggle, they got too much range in their lineup. This one's not too bad. I know we have technically 2 here, but the Nether dashes, so, and you're kind of running like a shotgun, so I don't really count that. Fafnir, yes, so we've got 1 range, and that's good. The next thing is I look to see how many tanks they have, and that part is really important because, you know, if your hangar's not leveled up, or actually even if it's leveled up, it doesn't really matter. If your teammates are all camping, and you also have like camping setups, the probabilities of the enemy getting into your spawn is like 80%. So if they're in my spawn, how am I going to defend myself against that? Well, I guess I have kind of like a Typhon, Ravana, and Demeter, but I think the Demeter is going to be what's going to help the most. So if I had to look at this and this was my hangar, the first thing I would actually do, this is just me personally, I would actually start to throw in more tanks. So like if I had like a Ocho, I'd replace the Nether with the Ocho. If I had, I'm just trying to think, like a Revenant perhaps, then I might consider running maybe a Revenant instead of the Fafnir. And if I had a Raptor, then maybe that instead of the Typhon. So what I'm doing is I'm basically throwing as many tanky bots as I can into the lineup to prepare for a spawn raid. Because I've always got to be prepared, because when I first started playing this game, I always got spawn raided and I've been scarred for life. So if you're wondering why do I always recommend tanks, it's because I know, like, when you go in up against a strong player or a group of players, they are going to get into your spawn as quickly as possible, because that way, once they're there, when you drop in, it's like instant death and you don't have even a chance to fight back. That's why I prefer the tanks. Luchador is not too bad. I just have to kind of keep my distance with this build. And this kind of offsets some of the weakness in this lineup, so it's not too bad. The weakest bot in this this hangar, I would say, is actually the Nether, unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna run some games. What we're gonna do, we're gonna run some games here, and then about midway through, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start to tweak things, and we're gonna try to see if we can strengthen this lineup. Okay, I guess my beacon runner is gonna be the Nether. I mean, ooh, this is gonna be brutal. Hmm. This guy's gonna end up killing me here. Just his turret. Yeah, see? No, I don't have a tank. Okay, he got him. Well, we got the beacon, I guess. Oh, we got a kill with this. I didn't want to go into flight because I was trying to find someone to charge me up. Oh! Yeah. Oh shoot, there had to be a Titan here. Okay, well, you know what? I can't. I have to stay on this beacon. This guy's gonna end up killing me. Try to run underneath him, maybe? This guy's gonna kill me. I don't want to use my mothership because I'd rather use that for my Titan. Ah, shoot. Ah, did not expect that. Maybe I can get their beacon. Ooh. There we go. I'm gonna try to see if I can steal this beacon here. I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm still alive in this thing. Ooh. This guy's gonna kill him, I think, right? Well, we got 3 beacons. Trying to mess up his aim because I'd rather he kill me than this guy. Uh-oh. I'll let this guy kill me here. I need to actually drop in with my Titan. Okay, let's drop in. Let's drop in with the Titan. Oh, we got a Newton. Wait, what's on that side? There we go. Whoa. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. I think I charged that guy up. This guy actually saved me because hey, wait, that guy's running the... He's running the build that I used to kill the Atlas. But we don't have any Atlas. They might have another guy they dropped in here. Right? Maybe? Titan? What is that? What the heck? What was that? Was that a rook? No, that can't be a rook. No! I'm too chubby! Ah, come I'll get down. What is that? Revenant? I have no idea what that was. Maybe a Fenrir or something. No, mothership. I only use it if I need it. It's so funny sometimes when you have a... Well, we got 8 beacons. Not bad. It's always funny when a player gets hit by the Newton. You just see them bobbing up and down. But the guy was bobbing up and down. I couldn't see what he was in. I thought it was a Titan. I was like, no, he's too low to the ground. So he's probably in a regular bot. When 2 Newtons... That used to be the meta before. Who remembers that? I messed up my super dash. Like I said, I don't play the Nether. I'm a terrible... Well, I shouldn't say terrible. It's more because I don't play it. I'm just going to get this beacon quickly here. This guy here is very smart. So he saw that I was going to this beacon. And he went straight for... Hold on, dude. Hold on. I'm here with you. Hold on. Oh no, I don't have any... I don't have any crumble weapons. Oh, we got him. Nice. Oh! Cover! Ugh. We can get him now, right? No. Ah! Well, you know what? We got some good beacons there. Uh-oh. Hopefully he doesn't have... Hopefully he doesn't have shield breaker. Ooh, ooh. Okay, now I use it. Honestly, these weapons do pretty decent damage. He's gonna teleport here. Oh wait, he got killed. This guy's doing a lot of damage. Oh, whoa. Ah, this guy's got crumble. Wait a minute, that's an interesting build. So he's got crumble and he's got ultimate skirt. I always take note of unique builds like that because that way I can test it. We're taking a closer look at this, guys. It needs some tanks. Yes, it does. It definitely needs some tanks. That's why I have to... So I'm playing aggressively in terms of getting beacons, but then after that, I have to like back up because like I can't protect any beacon. Like if I drop in, I'm gonna get smoked. Low level tests, or it could also be that they don't know how to build their test too. Okay, we got this beacon, but I'm gonna be toasty up. Okay, now what do I drop in? See, yeah, I don't have any kind of tank for that. There's someone in our spawn. Oh. Someone's gonna hit this guy. He's gonna use his ability, yep. Might be able to get another heal. I need another heal here. I'm almost dead. Wait, what's that? What is this guy in? Ravager? Oh! If I can get another heal, we'll be back to about full health. Ah, we got a kill. Nice. He brings... Wait, what is that? Oh, sword unit. He's trying to... Ah! Oh! Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe. Oh! No! Oh, he's almost dead. So close. No. We almost got him, guys. Almost. Keep firing, keep firing. Into that shield. Oh, come on! No, reconnecting. Wait, what? I can't move. You know what I'm also noticing with this hangar? I'm noticing that I can't charge my Titan up fast enough. Oh, I'm not gonna survive this. There's too many of them. Well, at least we pushed them back into their spawn. Dude, these weapons really mess up Titans. I'm on cooldown. No! Ah, he got to the Newton. Ooh, he's almost dead. That might be enough to kill him, maybe. Nice. So this other guy's in a... Oh, that's gonna be a Samjock, right? Oh, I wanted to jump around the corner. Bedvia with the flames, all good. Whoa, what happened over here? That's a lot of Cossacks. I think they're tanking. Hold on, I forgot the report thing. That's the glitch. Feel like the Vajras? They were nerfed. More like a rebalance. Hold on, guys. I'm just busy reloading the game. We'll play another game, and then what I'll do is I will try to strengthen this lineup. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Your whole hangar is tanks. The day I learned that I had to have more tanks in my lineup was the day that I improved tenfold. My damage like tripled, like everything. I was winning more games. My damage, from what I recall, my damage tripled. I was winning more games. I was making like double the amount of silver than like most players, and I have never looked back from that. Uh-oh. You know, these weapons didn't hit that bad. Ah, I mean, I did a decent amount of damage to that archer there. Huh, that's actually decent damage too. What I can do is I can use that Curie's turret to charge me up. But someone's gonna drop in at center here, maybe with a Titan? I'm waiting for it. Or maybe not. Oh, flag. Not sure if I like the reload of these weapons. The Mender, he's like charging in. He's like, guys, don't worry, I'm gonna heal you. Except we're all waiting here. What on earth is going on here? That's a lot of stuff. I think that guy might have hit me. If not him, his teammates did. Oh, we got a Titan. Ooh. Yes, we got another one. Maybe this sword unit. Trying to target the sword unit. Oh! Yes. We might get the kill. Oh, shoot. Almost. Yo, that we actually did pretty decent with that. I almost died. Big fan of Indra. You're not the only one. Wait, isn't this the same guy? This is the same guy. Hold on. If I can't report them, then I'll just keep adding. I'll keep adding their pilot IDs to my blacklist. The Hugin fires. Are you guys talking about using the Hugin and the Munin on the Atlas? Okay, so anyways, guys, hold on a second here. This is the original Dream Hangar. Is Gates, by the way, in the chat? I don't think I saw them. So anyways, we have the Typhon, Ravana, Fafnir, Nether, Demeter, Luchador. So what I'm going to do is we're going to change some things here and we're going to see if we can try to improve on it. Okay. I'm trying to figure out like what I'm going to run on this thing. So one of the things that I noticed, which I don't really recommend, especially for newer players when they're building their hangar up, just because it makes them very vulnerable to any kind of balance changes. You might notice we've got two bots here with mace with the same weapon. So I try to like mix things up so that I don't have that kind of situation happening. Just trying to think. Someone mentioned that actually the Ravana with flames was it Gatto? So I'm gonna mix this up here. We could also even run the flames on the Typhon. With your Ultra Nerf Devourer. I think if you have your timings right, you probably could. Hi, Unreal. If I should change this. Okay, we're gonna maybe put a last stand on here. So the reason why I'm swapping that out is because when it comes to the igniter, it's not that these weapons are bad. It's just that you got to remember, for me to empty my clip, it means my Ravana is exposed for longer. So that's why I'm going to... Yeah, we'll keep this with the lock. That's why I have the last stand on there, just in case. How do you get the ghost skill on the pilot? So if you have Daredevil on your pilot, you can't get it. Actually, when I was swapping this out, Hold on. You may not be able to get it for the river chase. I know certain pilots that are specifically... Well, actually, you should be able to. If I have it for the Louis Duncan. Usually it's interchangeable, Ghost and Daredevil. So if I click on this, there should be a Daredevil here. There should be, right? Huh. Oh, you know what? I think what was happening, they changed it. So I had to swap this out. And I don't know why they did that. So like if I did like Dodger here, then I should have Daredevil and Ghost. It never used to be like that. They need to fix that. There's Ghost. And I think there's going to be a Daredevil here too, right? Yeah, see? Huh. Yeah, they need to change that. Yeah, it's a bug. Yeah, I know before. So there's certain skills, like you won't see it on your list. Because you have another skill that's kind of like blocking it. Or like you can't run the two skills together. So if you run Ghost, you can't run Daredevil and vice versa. If you don't see it, it looks like there's a bug here because I had to use another pilot skill before I could see them. That never used to be the case. We need some range. I was gonna use... Okay, this is gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna change this out. We're gonna use Scatty on here. I know you guys are gonna like, yes, he's gonna use the Scatty. I knew he was gonna do it. We're gonna use the Scatty on here with the Daredevil. I want to see if it makes a difference to this lineup. Nether is not hard to play. Yeah, you just got to play it often and then you'll pick up the skills. The only thing is, this is my honest opinion, it doesn't have any place in Champion League. Every single Nether that I've run into, and I've run into like some skilled Nether players. Like don't get me wrong here, they're definitely skilled. The problem is the bot itself is very fragile. Like if you think that you're gonna get away like going at like center beacon and then escaping, you know, usually most times when I see those players, they get to a beacon. Wait, should we run paralysis? Someone said that actually this is pretty good for this particular build. Most times when I see Nether players, they go to a beacon and then soon after they get that beacon, they're dead. So I mean, if you're gonna use it for that, then I guess yeah. But aside from that, most times when I see those players, they don't really survive very long. Okay, so we've got a Scatty, but I don't want to run too many of... So like, for example, if I run Scatty on here, I'm not going to run Snare on here. You know what I mean? So... And I'm not sure about these weapons. Actually, you know what? How would this do with something like Gangil? The only thing is, like, usually with Gangil, you fight in close range, so I'm not gonna win that fight. But at least if I get like a Teth, maybe my teammates can kill them. You know, I'm always like, so when I build my hangar, I'm like, okay, well, if I can't do the job with that bot, what can I do to help my teammates? Because you got to remember, it's a team game, right? It's not just all about you as a solo player. You gotta think like, okay, well, if I can't do that, actually, wait, I can't run this because I've got this here. Okay, wait, we gotta change this now. Another option is actually to go with marquees, but then we're running too much range. I was gonna say Cremola, but that's also range. What about Shredder? Shredder's kind of range, but it's also close range. I don't know if Shredder's gonna do it. That's not enough firepower though. Neither with... Well, the thing is, if I run that, then I gotta change my Demeter, right? Because we already got Mog ones on there. So I'm trying to mix things up because this way, So the reason why I use different weapons and different bots, and why I recommend that for like most players, you know, at least until you get to know the game, is because like you might, for example, you might level up Scatty and then you have Snare on here, and then I don't know, maybe you got like Hell weapons on something else, and then Pixonic nerfs it. So now that means you got like 3 bots that are basically like your setups have been nerfed because you decided to put it on all of your bots. So that's why I always recommend to diversify your lineup. So if you run Mace on here, then you shouldn't have Cudgel or Hammer or Mace on the other bots. You see what I've done? And I do that more to protect like your time and your investment, because it, you know, obviously this game takes a lot of resources and time to level up. This way you're a little bit more protected from that. I mean, obviously if you have money and stuff, then that's different. But most players, I don't think. Most of them won't kind of be in that category. Okay, so let's see how this does. So we got Daredevil. We got some range. Ooh. I think this is still gonna be rough, but I think we can do it. We can work with it. Needle. I don't know if Needle's gonna work. I mean, maybe I guess I can try it. You'll have a little bit of shield, but I don't know how much that's gonna help. Can't go for that. I was gonna go to the city area, but I noticed they got a... Oh! We actually almost got that Scorpion. Almost. I'm just holding this beacon down because this guy. So remember, I can't fly because I don't have my ability, but I boosted the damage of this build. He may drop in over here. Oh. There we go. We need to charge up. Trying to just freeze him for my teammate. I'm not going to be able to survive this. Ooh. Oh no, I can't drop in. We didn't have anyone on that beacon. We need it. Just trying to protect him. Ah! Good thing I put the last stand on here. I'm trying to get this this Teth here. I got him a couple of times. Ooh, we need beacons fast. Wait, I just realized when you have 3 players. I've only got 3 players on my team. I'm gonna be dead, yeah. Oh! Hey, they didn't kill me! Yes! We survived. No beacons. Yeah, but I think my team also left because at that point we only had like 2 or 3 players. Hey, guys. Hey, Jamal. Oh, geez. Forget I just said we only had 3 players. We only had 2 players. The other 4 left. Hi, Naveen. Oh, shoot. Wait, what? Yo, I'm on the Asian server now? What the heck's going on? I'm just gonna get onto this beacon here. What the? We got a kill with this? For real? We're going up against a squad here. What's going on? How is he still alive? Looks like I chopped his arm off. Yes. Uh-oh. Ah. He's wondering why he can't cap the beacon. He's gonna jump up top. Gee, man, this guy's lagging. I'm on his head. No. Oh, there's someone else here. Uh-oh, they EMP'd me. Where are they? They have a Newton back there. What's this guy in? Oh wait, we gave this up. No, I thought we had someone there. Wait, I think that's a Newton. Nope, Minos. He's trying to get me to use my my shield. Trying to suppress him. Uh-oh. No! Squish! Uh-oh. I got myself in a bit of a predicament here, guys. He's gonna go for my teammate. We need to get that beacon quick. It's down. It's a beacon game now. Oh, it's 4v4. I think this guy crashed. I mean, we could win this, but good thing that guy crashed. I can get around here to center. As I said, it's a beacon game right now. He's trying to go for beacons. He should have stayed on this one. They're gonna lose because they didn't cover their beacons. Yes. Wait, is he running the new weapons on the Beyond? He's not gonna make it. By the time he gets to that beacon, it's over. You know when they will increase? No, they don't tell me things like that. Oh, that wasn't a full squad. That was a partial squad. But they were also down a player. Jamel, with the Shent. We can try. This isn't enough firepower. I think maybe Blaze might be better. Oh, you mean, wait, you mean the Hedget? How do they hold? Rhino, well, Rhinos, you're not going to be able to climb very far with the Rhino. Raven's actually still pretty decent. Carnage, no. Yeah, you will have to. I mean, man, you've been out of the you've been out of the game for quite a while. If you're talking about Carnage and Rhino, we're talking at least more. That's more than 5 years. Yeah, you'll have to rebuild. But I guess the good news is, so back when you were playing, they didn't have all the free stuff. You know, they didn't have like the black market or like hunting grounds and stuff to help the players. Because that's when I. Yeah. I know when I was playing back then, so I know. You never used a Rhino. The freezer with the Fafnir? Yeah, that actually does makes more sense. I was just trying this because someone else mentioned it. They're like, It's really OP. But the thing is, so if you use Freezer, if I freeze a player up, you're actually getting more resistance after it wears off. So it's this one here. After the effects of freeze are applied to your enemy, your robot receives defense points for 10 seconds. Yeah, that's a long time. That's totally worth running. The Nether is not good. We're trying to get it to work. We're not having much luck, like I said. And the thing is, a lot of these players are not really, I mean, nothing against those players, but they're not like strong meta players. So you can imagine if I were to run into those players, you know, I'm pretty much toast. Whoa, what the? Why is it not in my spawn already? Wait, what the? Oh, he got me pretty good. I need a heal again. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Oh. Well, kind of worked. Ooh, that guy has a very strong shield. I think he's running the Oppo on there. I need a heal. Ugh. Blinded. These weapons are really strong. Players underestimate. I need a heal. We gotta get rid of this guy. This one here. No, I'm almost dead. Yes! Just barely. Oh! Wait, I think I can get this guy. The bagel. Yeah, the bagel was really good with the hell. Yeah, we got a bit of a problem. Back up! Yeah, coming. Yeah, this guy's really after me, look. I'm not going to use it just yet. When he uses his dark light, then I'm going to use a reflector shield. Here we go. Oh my. My team joined in. It was a trap. This guy's almost dead. We got him. Incoming! We were able to tank that damage. Oh wait, we've got a Leo here. He should link to me. What is that? How did I get the assist for that? That Pathfinder, he should have hid behind the wall there. Oh! Please change the weapons on the Luchador. Well, I'm using it because that's what the viewer has. So this is the original. I mean, we can try run the Evora and the Veyron. Could I do Tim? Not this time around because I'm actually doing Dream Hangars, so I have to run the bots that you see up on the screen. I'm just wondering if maybe I should try, like, how would this do with, like, Rhyme or something? Let's see if Rhyme will work. With the Seeker, we can try. I'm only going to play, like, 1 or 2 more games, and then what I'll do is I will let... What's his name? Gates. rgate. I'll let you know what prize. So I'm not sure if he's in the chat. Destroyer. That's not really that much damage. Wise Opportunist. I almost feel like maybe I should go for this. Like, if I get a kill, then at least I get a little bit more defense. I know it's not, like, for very long. Or another skill that I could have used is actually the Explosives Expert. I thought about that now. Maybe I should have changed it to that. I'll stick with that. Regularly see full meta hangers with 30%. I've definitely seen that. Let's go with the Evora and the Veyron. Let's see how this does. The Ultimate Ming with the Arbiter. That is one build that I would be fearing if I was an Atlas player, because I'd be wondering if he's also equipped with the Thor. Because that's 8 seconds where you can't block it. Could you imagine? Like, you're not going to survive for 8 seconds. Good luck with that. Okay, so the Fafnir is definitely better. I noticed that. We didn't even get a chance to run with those. Mog 1 is useless. I wouldn't say Mog 1 is useless because right now, you notice a lot of the players, they're not running crumble weapons because they got nerfed. What they don't realize is that that's the counter to the Teth. So if I'm running into Teth and I don't even have those weapons, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble because I can't even, like, not only can I not prevent them from healing, if they're in my spawn, they're going to wipe up my whole hangar because I have no counters to it. And I rather have one bot with a counter than have no bots with counters. So if it's not that, then I'm going to put something like Gangio on this. Someone's going to teleport to me. What's... I'm not going to make it yet. Yeah, I don't have... This is not a tank. I need help. My teammates? Speaking of Teth, there's a Teth over there. He can't heal, we can kill him. Let me just move forward here. Uh-oh. He can't heal either. Ooh, I need to heal quick. No! Ah, come on! No! Ooh. He's gonna kill me. No! Yo, that was a good run with that. Trying to freeze him up. I'm gonna die to these guys here. This guy's getting a lesson on why you don't use a flying Fafnir. Yep. That guy was doing some damage on me though. I'll give him that. Oh, come on, no! He's got the help of a Titan. Can we lock him? Yes! Lock and run. I locked him too. Can I lock this Devourer before he gets... There we go, he's locked. This being really annoying. I actually need to get into my Titan now, so I'm not gonna try to stay alive in this because we need to get out of our wait. Oh, I didn't see this guy. Maybe we can help kill the Indra. I'm still holding down the beacon. Oh, he's so close to dying. I want to go down to the bottom. Okay, wait. We still got time. He's almost dead. There we go. Yes. Oh. We need as I say, we need beacons. We've got 3. We're good. There you go. Incoming. Wait, we gotta get rid of this guy. Just in case he boosts their damage. Yes. Yo, that Ravana actually did pretty decent with the flames. I don't know why I was expecting worse. Oh, Quan, I didn't even realize you were on my team. Good game. So wait, what do we have on this Ravana? We had the paralysis on here, right? Because I was locking them down. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good... That's a pretty decent combo. I think I prefer this over the mace. But, yeah. You need to max out your Thor mothership. This actually wasn't that bad. It's just that this bot is so fragile. I think what they need to do is they need to give it either maybe a stronger force field or both that and more durability is what I would do. Just to strengthen it a bit. It's like really, really weak compared to like some of the others. That Demeter did pretty decent too. The 2 cryo and the Mog 1. You could do that. So I'll show you what I ran on my the baby account. This is actually what I run. So I run another option is to run this because I killed a Teth and a Phantom in one of my games. It was kind of funny because the Teth and the Phantom attacked my team and my team was struggling to kill the Teth. None of them had crumble weapons. I was the only one that had a crumble weapon. Mind you, it's only MK1 level 9, but this is what I ran. And I was able to kill the Teth because he couldn't heal up. And I killed the Phantom before they, I killed the Phantom and then they got me with an orbital strike. But it's not like my Demeter is like tanky because it's only MK1 level 6. But I was able to bring down the Teth simply because I had one Mog 1. So it's possible, yeah, you could run that. So hold on, let me just go back here. Hold on a second, guys. So that was my last game. So I'm not sure if, hold on. I'm not sure if Gates is in the chat. So Gates, your prize will be an Atlas Titan for participating in Dream Hangars. So I'm not sure if you're around, but... congrats on the Atlas. So I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. The thing is with the Luchador is I don't see them nerfing it. The Atlas, maybe down the road they might. As more players also run Shieldbreaker and things like Thor, I actually think the Luchador would fare better than the Atlas. The Atlas actually goes on very quick. You know, if everyone's running Shieldbreaker and stuff, it can die really quick. So I'll leave it up to you. But as far as like which weapons would I personally use like for the Luchador, I think I would use these more than the other ones, the Arbiters. But I don't know, for the Atlas, I mean, you could use either this or the other weapons. It's up to you. Another victim for your Ming. Oh, is that what you're running as a counter? Yeah, I'll leave it up to Gates. But this is the original hangar that we were running. So I do think that we were able to improve on it quite a bit. So the reason why I wanted to focus on the Nether is because I've seen like more players kind of leveling it up. This is just my honest opinion. I think for Champion League, it's too fragile of a bot to run. Now, you will get, every now and then, you will get players that are really, good with running it, but they don't really survive very long. They get their dashes in, they get beacons quickly. I mean, if you're going to use it as a fast beacon runner, then I can see it working. But for me, I would rather, like, if I'm going to run a fast beacon runner, if I can get it to be like a brawler, like a tank that can hold beacons like an Archo, I would rather level that up over the Nether. Okay, so that's my honest opinion. And then you had like two builds that had mace. I would just diversify that, just to be on the safe side. You play and camp with Nether. Yeah, but the problem is, so if you decide to camp and all your teammates decide to camp, what if I'm on the other side? You know what I do? I will go straight to your home spawn and I'll kill your camping bot and I'll kill your teammates' camping bots. But there's going to be one problem, right? Because at that point, I'm now in your spawn. So do you know what's next? When you drop in, being that you don't know where I'm located, I mean, you'll have a general idea, but you won't really know until you drop in and your feet touch the ground and you look around. But there's one problem because I could be waiting behind you. So when you drop in, the minute you drop in, I will get the first shot. And depending on my builds, it could be instant death. So that would be one bot gone. Then you drop the next one and it dies the same way. That's 2 bots down. And remember, if I killed your camping bot, that's already 3 bots that I've killed for the price of one of my bots. And it could keep on going until you kill me or your teammates kill me. So that's like your entire hangar. So you could be camping back there, and I better hope that your Nether does as much damage as the 3 or 4 bots that you would have lost otherwise. This is why, I always teach players to go for at least something that can hold the beacon down, because if they kill your Nether, you can drop in with like, I don't know, like a Fafnir or like Fafnir or something, and maybe that might be what kills me, right? So at least that way you might lose one bot, but you get the damage from the next bot, instead of losing 3, 4 or your entire hangar. Because I've done that to players. Like once once I get into their spawn, that is what will happen. And that's now you might think, well, no one plays the way that I do, and well, that might be true, but in Champion League they're pretty aggressive players. I'm not talking about the ones that haven't figured out the game yet, because you get some that spin and they still struggle. They'll be on like the lower end of Champion, and then you get others that run meta and they've been playing the game for years, and those are the aggressive ones that you have to kind of be careful of, because they know all the weak points. They know when, like, if they, like, I know for me personally, if I see a lot of campers, I'm already assuming that my opponent likes running range. So if they like running range, the next thing I'm thinking is, well, if they like running range, then they're probably not comfortable brawling at close range, which means they probably don't have many tanks. So if they don't have many tanks, that's when my mouth starts to water, because now I know I can basically milk the entire hangar, because the next couple of bots are most likely going to be easy kills. Now, it's not always the case, but most often, like a lot of the times it is. You played against and with, yeah, the ones that played, and it's not just me. It's like, like there's a lot of stronger players than myself. They all play the same way. The reason why I play that way is because I learned from them. So I know that, like, if I sit back, I'm gonna get smoked, and I rather go down with a fight than without a fight. Can I review your hangar? So Vama, what you can do is, when the stream is done, you can post your hangar, and that can be your dream hangar, and then maybe it might get selected in the next episode. Yeah, so make sure you do that. So that's another thing, guys. So if you're wondering, how do you get to participate? So when the stream is done, you can post your dream hangar in the comments section, and if it gets chosen, then there's a good chance you're going to get a prize with that. So in this case, Gates actually won an Atlas Titan. Okay, so yeah, make sure you make sure when you post your Dream Hangar that you also include things like maybe like you don't have to tell me what turrets, just like mothership, Titan, and the most important part actually is your pilot ID and your platform, because if you get chosen, I want to make sure that I can lock in the the prize for you, because there have been cases where this actually happened twice. Like when I first started doing it for Dream Hangars, the one that actually got chosen, they didn't respond, so someone else tried to steal their prize, which really sucks. But they didn't get the prize, I'm just saying. So make sure that you include your pilot ID. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thanks for the donation. Thank you for all the years of kill teamwork. You're welcome, Robert. Thanks for the donation. Really do appreciate it. Exactly, teamwork. Kills the teamwork. Okay, so I don't know, guys. Do you have any other questions? Is there anyone in the chat actually that does run the Nether? I'm kind of curious. Not Raven, because Typhon isn't enough tanky. Well, generally when it comes to like Scorches, 4 isn't really... I mean, I guess I could run it on a Fafnir. Like if I ran it on this build, it may be enough damage. Scorches, those weapons, I think they need to buff the damage slightly. Oh, you run the Nether? What do you run on your Nether? Like what weapons? Also, do you find that you struggle? Like, does it go down really quick? Yeah, see, this is why I did Dream Hangars. So you might notice that the Nether through today's live stream died really quick. You can't say, well, because it's low level or whatever. Or the other argument is you were running at max. Obviously, it's going to do well. See, even if it's maxed out, the drone's maxed out, the pilot maxed out, it still didn't hold up. The Seeker with the fortifiers, the shield protects. I can kind of see that. The only problem is Needle doesn't really do that much damage, so you're really just running around, I guess, grabbing beacons. But yeah, it's definitely not a tank. I understand the reasoning behind the Needles, like to give it a shield. I mean, I guess what you could also do is, instead of using maybe Seeker, because I know why you use a Seeker for the... What you could also do is you could run the Needle, and then if you had this drone here, I can find it. If you had this one, then you could use this one with the jump, because then you will get more Aegis, right? So you could use that if you had... But again, it still wouldn't survive very long. And also the Needles isn't enough firepower to deal with what's out there. Nether with 2 spike weapons and 2 shield beacon. Say what? 2? You don't know why they... I think they need to strengthen it. Like what I would do, just because of... like if you compare it to like what's out there, I mean, whether it be like a Fafnir or Demeter or whatever, I think actually in the future, I could see this getting a buff. I could definitely see it getting a buff. And the way that they would probably do it is probably adjust the force field and maybe give it more durability. Like I would like to see that for the Nether, like just to kind of strengthen, that relative to what else we have in the game. Oh, he means EQ? Yeah, so you're just using it to block. It's just a beacon runner then, yeah. Yeah, if you're using it just for a beacon runner, then that's fine. I mean, you're not expecting to put up much of a fight. This is kind of why I run actually the Raptor. It's just for the super jumps. I can get to my beacons, but it's really tanky too, so You get the best of both worlds. Robert, if you can't run, it dies. I know it's trash. Wait, what did dies? The problem with the needles on the Nether is that makes you close enough to be hit back. A hard sneeze can kill the Nether. Yeah, so that's the thing. So the range is only, what's it, one? What's the range? One? I haven't even run these weapons in ages. 150. Yeah, so if someone gets within 150, you're going to get toast. Because that's really not that much of a shield when you look at what the kind of damage output that we have in the game. So, yeah. I mean, you will survive a little bit longer. You know what you could, like, I guess what you could do is also use the shy. Actually, how would the, now that I think about it, how would the armadillo work on here? Because that one, you get more, when you get beacons, the only thing is if you're able to get those beacons. Yeah, defense points, and then, well, you're not going to really get that many kills, but at least you can get beacons, right? 12. Okay, well, it's not really that much. Okay, maybe not. Any idea for a brawler other than the Raven that you can go for a free-to-play player? Yeah, we can take a look at that right now. Okay, I'm just gonna look at what we have here in terms of like a brawler slash tanky bot. I actually think the Demeter is really good right now. So the reason why is just because you have that absorber shield for one. And also you can use it to protect like your teammates and like especially your team's titans. But the other reason why is because recently they buffed the Demeter. And if you know how the buffs and nerfs work in this game, usually they do like 2 or 3 buffs or 2 or 3 nerfs. So if they buff this, that means it's on their radar. So I would say there's probably about, I want to say maybe like a 70% chance they're probably going to buff the Demeter again, because it's, I mean, it does happen sometimes where they will nerf once or like buff once, but usually it's like 2 or 3 times. So there's about a 70% chance they may buff this again, and it's pretty tanky. Skyros is also really tanky, and it's a good beacon runner. Revenant is also really good right now. The Revenant actually received, I think it's 3 buffs recently. So this is really tanky. This shell could be tanky, but I think if I had to choose between these two, I'd probably go Revenant. Ravana can be pretty tanky too. So I would look at that. The Fenrir is also really tanky. I know what you guys are going to say. What about a T-Falcon? It doesn't have enough firepower. Invader can be tanky, but I wouldn't use it now. Not for the current meta. Yeah, I think I would stick to that. And then if you happen to win something like a Raptor or an Ocho, those would actually be my first pick before the ones I just mentioned. You forgot that the Seraph still exists. Yeah, Ravana is actually very good. In my honest opinion, if I was a newer player or if I was to give someone advice and they're starting off and they're asking me what bot should they build first in Workshop, it would be a hands down Ravana. It would be this bot over here, because this is the only bot in the game that has survived multiple metas. You could argue, well, what about the Fenrir? But the thing is, so when we had, like, for example, the Rust weapons, when they came out, the Fenrir would go down quickly, because once you get hit by Rust, you can't really heal up for the next couple of seconds. The Ravana actually, you know, this actually removed it when you use your ability. So this has survived longer than any other bot in the game. So yeah, if I had to choose just one bot as a free player, like if I was to run maybe even 5 of them, it would be this bot over here. Hands down. And it wouldn't even be a close. Like, I don't care if you got like a Teth or whatever, it doesn't really matter, because in the end, I could see the Teth getting nerfed, and that might be a problem. But the Ravana, it's almost like safe proof. It's so good with its pilot. It's very good. I mean, you know, it's kind of crazy to think if you had leveled up and maxed out 5 Ravanas when Ravana was the meta, you would probably be just fine in today's meta. The only thing that you would have to focus on then is the weapons. And then for the Titan, you just run the Indra. So then you have basically a hangar that will hardly ever get nerfed. And it'll be more the weapons that get nerfed. And you would have your Titan, right? Like even the Indra's a counter to the Atlas. You just keep using your lasso on them. And then you run away. The most annoying way to count, like, that's annoying, right? If you're an Atlas player. Because then you got to chase them, and the thing is they keep using the ability, so you're not doing any damage. 5 Ravanas. You're trying to wait to get the ivory. Yeah, you could build it, or you could get it. Actually, the better one is to the black market. I think it's in... They should have it over here. Right? Maybe? Oh, they don't have it over here. I think they used to have it. Wait, there's a Newton in this one? Huh. Yo, they got rid of the ivory. Maybe the only way you can get it now is like a paid deal or something. Comparison between the Lunar Squall and the Ultimate. I will have to keep that in mind. But the short answer is both of them aren't that great. That's why you don't really see many players run the Ultimate. Special Edition Squall outperforms the Ultimate in every way except magazine size. Well, I guess that's your answer. They took it out. Yeah, I was like surprised. I don't see an Ultimate there. Let's see. Raptor with the healing. I've actually tried that, Savannah. There's a tankier one than that. If you run the showdown on the Raptor, it's even stronger. You don't even notice the damage of the score. I remember when I ran it, I was like, is this even doing... Is this supposed to be like this? Like, because it's an ultimate, I'm expecting a little bit more damage. And I didn't really notice that much damage when I was hitting players. But that don't matter if... so I guess they're saying that the Lunar Squall does more damage than the ultimate. It's like, why get the ultimate? Well, for looks, I guess. Okay, anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for the stream. Before I get going, thank you very much to Dark Warrior, Lone, Dominic Kine, Dice, Peter, Calden, and Alex for helping to moderate today's live stream chat. Much appreciated. Also, thank you very much to Jake and to Robert for becoming a member, and also Robert for your donation. Really do appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out. And also, guys, if you are making purchases through the web shop, I do have a creator code. So Adrian Chong without the spaces. I would greatly be appreciated if you use my creator code. So I think we get like 5% from the purchases, and that goes towards supporting the channel. This way I can continue to do WarRobots content for you guys, whether it be videos, live streams, guides, giveaways, dream hangers. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at the chat there. And also thank you, Gates. I don't know if Gates is in the chat. It looks like they didn't drop by, but thank you so much for participating, and also congrats on the Atlas Titan. So I will be, I'll try to see if I can send it after the live stream. And yeah, hope you guys, or at least hope Gates enjoyed the gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And for a chance to be featured in a future Dream Hangars live stream or video, make sure to post your Dream Hangars in the comment section down below. You can follow the template that Gates has here. So just post like your robot, your weapons, maybe the drone as well. Also, let's see, Titan, the mothership, and the most important part, the pilot ID and platform, just in case you get chosen. This way I know where to send the prize and no one tries to steal your prize. Okay, so I think that should be it, guys. If you are new to my channel, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream featuring Dream Hangars. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. One more thing too, someone was asking for the winners for the Atlas Titan. I believe that is going to be coming on Sunday. Okay, so that's when I will be posting it. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. And until the next live stream, I will catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.